who we got? We got Walker and we got Griffith. Let's go for Griffith, because then we've got one ordnance that can be used. In fact, no. We'll go with Walker. So if he misses, he can use his gung-ho, and then we have one ordnance that can be used to help try and get Granneman back. So Griffin is focused, which gives him a... ouch. For this whole turn, he gets a +1. And he is a +1, +2, +3. So he's 1 for air to ground, 2 for dive is 3, +1 for focus is 4. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at Walker, dickhead. He is +1 for dive and +1 for focus. He's +2. And he gets a 3. And a 3 + 2 is 5. And a 5 is 1 hit. Yay! And we rejoiced. We did. So we have 5 hits. So the carrier is destroyed. Okay, so then we have the Let's Go Home event. For the duration of one mission, increase all pilot air-to-ground stats by 2. Oh, well done. We'll keep that. All right. So that means we can take sort of weaker aircraft as well. Okay, so let's tidy this up now. See what we've got and see if we can get Granneman back. So gun, gun, gun and gun, gun and gun, gun and gun, gun, gun gone. Okay, so we have Walker. He's still got his gung-ho. We have Griffin, who has a bomb. He's focused, can go back. So it's out of the way. We have the Andy, who gung-ho and still got it, can go back. We have Washington, and his alert can go back. Fighter goes. We have Bryant, and his no FOD can go back. We have Wilmarth, and his stuff can go back. And we have Wiggins, and his agile can go back. Right, that just helps to tidy up the board a bit. Okay, so draw homebound event we did. Roll for SAR. Okay, so this is for Granneman. Here is Mr. Granneman. We'll grab the SAR chart again. We chuck him here so you can see. We grab a die. Okay, so add 1 to the die roll for every weight point of ammunition, air-to-ground ammo expended to modify this roll. So we have 1 500-pounder worth 1 weight point. Yay! So that's a +1. Add 2 if it was destroyed target bound, which it was. And then add 1 if the target was destroyed, which it was. So this is a +4 roll. Here we go. We get 2 + 4 is 6. So it's recovered under fire. So it's 5 stress. Now, pilot wasn't missing in action. Pilot wasn't damaged. So no, so it's +5 stress. Ouch. So we'll add that straight on to him. So he has 9 stress at the moment. Okay? Right. So we'll just leave that there. The next thing we do is record the mission stuff. Let's just move these over here. Move that up there. Bring this here. And then get in your way so you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so this was mission 36. And we sunk it. So they all get 2 XP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. We started with 35 SO points. We use 12 and we gain 1 for each hit inflicted on the target, which is 5. So we only actually used 7, so we have 28 left for the last day. Okay, and the fleet carrier gets shuffled back into the deck if we end up going through the deck, which we don't. Okay. Oh, sorry. And he was worth 5 VP, which takes us to 16, and he's also worth 1 recon, 1 intel, and gung-ho. Okay, so 1 recon means we get 2 targets this time. Intel is -1 sight. Yay! And gung-ho means we get all our gung-ho back. So that's Griffin who gets his back. Wiggins gets his back. Wilmarth gets his back. Right. That's all that. And now, target stress. So everybody gets 2 stress. So let's have a look here. Stressy markers. Okay. Let's take off the stress for those who did not fly first. That's a lot easier, I think. So Russell did not fly, so it goes from 3 to 1. Griffin did fly, so no. Lewis didn't, but has none. Washington did. Andy did. Casavelli didn't, so he goes down to 1. And yep, that's it. Bryant, boy did he fly. And Wilmarth flew. Okay, that's that. So now we get to put them on. So Walker. Walker, 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 where are you? Walker's got 2 cool, so he's not going to get any stress from this mission. Dum dum. Because he came with 1 cool and he's got +1 cool. Righto. Wiggins has +1 cool, so he will take 1 stress. Wilmarth has 1 cool, so he will take 1 stress. So he'll go up to 4. Bryant, poor old Bryant. He has 1 cool, so he'll take 1 stress, which takes him up to 10, 9. 9. So he has got 6, and he has got 4. Right. There you go, Bryant, you poor bugger. You're not coming back. Washington has no cool. No, so he'll take 2, which takes him up to 5. There he goes. Andy has 1 cool, so she'll go up to 4. And Griffin has no cool, so he'll go up to 3. Right, there we go. So let's see what else we've got here then. And Granneman gets 2 more for being on the mission, so he has 11. 11. So it's 10 and a 1. Okay. So 6, 1, 4, and all his stuff, and there. Okay. Is there anybody who can be promoted? Excuse me, itchy nose. Excuse me. Bless me as well. Okay. Wilmarth has 4. That's not enough. Wiggins has 2. Not enough. Casavelli has 4. Not enough. Bryant has 6. So he can. Okay, so good old Bryant, who was average, will go to skilled, and he gets an extra cool. Yay! So we can take him down to 9 rather than 10. That's such a big help. And now he is skilled 8. Like that. And he has a cool. 2 cool, sorry. Ooh. Taking down another one, because he didn't have any before, did he? He had 1 cool before. I hadn't marked it. Oh, that's right. So he's got 2 cool now. Duh, idiot. I just hadn't marked it on here, though. Right. So he's done. So Bryant has nothing left. Granison has 6, so he can go up. Yay! So he goes from average to skilled as well. And he actually just goes up +1 8A, and that's it. Nothing else happens. No. Skilled 6. Okay. Skilled 6 and nothing left. Then we have Long, who still needs 1. Washington, who has 2, needs 2 more. Andy, who needs 6 more. Lewis, who needs 1. Walker is going to go from green to average. So what's going to happen here? He loses his cool, but he gains 2 on his air to air, and 1 on his air to ground, and 1 on his stress. Okay, but he's lost his cool. No! But that's... Hang on, what am I doing here? Oh, that's right, because he had 2 cool, didn't he? Ah, because I gave him +1 cool. So he's still got 1 cool. Okay, so I'll just get rid of one of these. He has 1 cool, and he is now average 4. 1 cool only, and he has nothing left. Russell needed 6, he's only got 4, and Griffin needs 7, has got 4. So we start this one with 28. The last day, we are at 16 points, which is halfway through good. We start with 28, and I think what we're going to do is spend 24 straight up and remove 4 from everybody's stress. So Russell goes to 0, Griffin goes to 0, Walker goes to 0. Excuse me. Andy goes to 0. Washington goes to 1. Granneman goes to 7. Bryant goes to 5. Casavelli goes to none, Wiggins to none, and Wilmarth to none. Okay, so we're going to the last day, and the only aircraft we will not have with us are the Buffaloes, because they are on 5 and 7. 7 we can't use at all for Granneman, and Bryant is shaken. Okay. So let's move these back. So we have 3 fighters. We have 3 torpedo bombers available, and we have 4 dive bombers available. Right. Let's go. Target for next day. Dum dum da. Small dogfight number 25. Okay. Pencil. 25. And we get 2 targets this time. The second one is a medium dogfight. And this is a secondary target. They're both secondary targets, so we can do them in any order we want. Okay. There are no sights in either of these. All we have is fighters, effectively. Okay, we can take 2 there. We can take 3 there. This is -1 stress. This is -1 turn. Okay, so this is 2 fighters, and this is 4 bombers, and 4 fighters. Okay, let's do the small dogfight first then. So who are we going to take? So we get 25 and then 26 for the end of the day. Damn it. And of course the card we've got here is +2. Increase all pilots' bloody air to ground stats by 2 for a mission, which sucks. Okay. So 2 aircraft and we have 2 zeros. So let's find 2 zeros. And we have no. Let's just throw out those like that. We have 1. No bandit. No. No bandit. So it is 1. We have 1 plane. That is it. No, I'm only joking. We actually have to have 2. And there's another one. So we've got a green and an average. We don't have a choice in it. A green and an average. 2 aircraft. So we can take F4s, of which we have 3, but the next mission is 4 zeros. So effectively, this fight is down to 5 aircraft. Well, this day. We can't use the torpedo bombers, and we can't use the SBDs, but we can use, if we want, the SB2Us, because they do not have a bracketed air-to-air. As you can see, it might be 0 and -2, but hey, it's not bracketed. Right, so let's see. So we can fly a maximum of 5 aircraft for the 2 missions, and we have 5 aircraft. Okay, so let's look again. So the focused helps Griffin get +1 to all rolls for 1 turn, so that's good. Russell has a gung-ho, that is good. Wilmarth has 2 gung-hos and fighter pilot. Wiggins has agile and 1 gung-ho. And Casavelli is our only pilot that has a situational awareness and a gung-ho. Now he's +0, we have +2, we have +1, +0, -2. We don't have any great fighter pilots. Okay, so we got a green one. Okay, so we're going to put Russell out there in his Vindicator. So he's at a +0, which is better than nothing, but he's got a gung-ho. Righto. And we better give him a good one, I suppose. I think we'll give him Wiggins, because I think we may need 2 gung-hos for the next one. Okay, Wiggins with his gung-ho and his agile. Okay, so Wiggins and Russell for day 1. So no. Yes. No. No. No, 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 no. And then we have Russell. So it's the no, 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 no. Yes. No, no, no. Okay. So the other ones will be Willmouth on here, along with Casavelli and with Griffin. And that is all of our available aircraft for these missions. So he will be one there. Casavelli will be one there. Bryant is not flying. Granneman is not flying. And we have Griffin flying. Yeah. Righto. So we have 4 SO points left at the moment. And that's it. Okay. So, assigned pilots. Yep, we've done that. We'll just start down here. It's just as easy. Wiggins is agile. There you go. So, target bound event. Subtract 1 from your air to ground die rolls against sights. We don't have to worry, there are none. Place aircraft. Done. Determine bandits. There are none. Draw over. Yeah, we finally get to remove sights, and there's no sights in either of these bloody missions. So, over target. All pilots on this mission suffer -2 on all dogfight maneuver rolls. All pilots. Okay, I'll try and remember that. I will. Place a counter in turn 1. We've done that. Okay, dive bombers? No. Fast pilots? No. Sights of bandits? No. Slow pilots? No. Aircraft move? Yuck. Yuck. That's turn 1. And then the same thing again. Yuck and yuck for turn 2. And we're on to turn 3. Okay. Sorry, getting in your way. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we will have the green guy attack Russell and the average guy attack Wiggins, like that. So it's just playing around with the shadow, I suppose. Right, okay. I'm going to leave them there like this time, and I'll just roll from over here. So they get to attack first, and we'll get this one attacking Wiggins first. So he's a +1, and Wiggins is a +2. So the 0 is going for a maneuver, and he's at +1 for the maneuver. And he rolls a 5, which is a 6. In neutral is a yo-yo. The success is a -1 due to Wiggins. And so that's an 8, which gives him +1 position, +1 attack. So Wiggins is now disadvantaged. Right, and that also means that this guy is rolling for damage at a 0 because of the +1 attack he's got on the advantage. And Wiggins has 2 rolls, and we'll take the lowest, and he has rolled a 1 and a 3, and we rejoiced. Yay! Okay, and now we have the +0 against Russell, and Russell's air-to-air is 0, so it is a 0 to 0. Okay, so maneuver choice is a 2, in neutral is a tight turn, and it's a 0 again, which is, he rolls a 10, gives him an 8, which is +1 position. So he has done that. Russell has no stress. He is going to take 2 stress, and he is going to evade. This bloke hits on a 5, 7, 8, and we roll a 10 and a 3. Thank God for the 3. Right, and now it's our turn. And we have -2 on our manoeuvre rolls. Yay. Okay, so let's start with Wiggins. His manoeuvre is a die 10 +2 for his air-to-air, -2 for this, -1 for that. So he's at a -1 going for an in my sights and rolls a 7, which becomes a 6, which becomes +1 attack. Now, attack resolution is different. What did I go for there? I didn't want to do that. You can't attack from there, you idiot. Oh, damn. See, this is what happens when you talk and you don't listen. Must listen. So he's wasted. Okay, Russell is going to go for a yo-yo. Yo-yo. Yep. Okay, so Russell is a +0. So this is a -2 roll for him, and he rolls a 1. So he loses another position, so he is now being tailed. And there we go. This is not looking good, is it? That is their attack. Now it's crap. So that's next turn, and they get to go first again. Right. So they both okay. We'll do Wiggins first. So his pile is this on this mission. Damn it. Okay, here we go. There he is advantaged for +1. It's a 3. +1 is 4 for advantaged. Is tight turn. And now maneuver success is a -1 because of Wiggins air-to-air. And he gets a 4, which becomes a 3, which means there's no effect. So he's rolling for what he's got. So it is a -1 +1, so it's a 0. And the 0 for 0 rolls and gets a 1 and a 4. So he misses again. Thank God. Okay, and now we have Russell's. So maneuver choice for them is a 0 and gets a 6 at tailing is a barrel roll. Oh, sorry, wrong one. That's tailed. Tailing on a 6 is an in my sights. And then success is a 0, and a 0 is rolling for a 0 for an in my sights, and he gets a 9, which of course is +2 attack. So that gives him +5 attack. So we're going to take 2 more stress to 4, and we're going to evade. And we roll a 4 and an 8. Ooh, that's 4 + 5 is 9. So we'll gung-ho that. Okay. Ouch. Righto, our turn. So Wiggins is going for a half loop. Thank you. Yes. And he is die 10. Friendly air is +2, -2 for the card. And so he's at -1 for the 0 total. And he rolls a 1. -1 is -2 possession, so he is now tailed. So that didn't help. And now we have Russell, who is doing the same. He's doing a loop, and he is -2 on his maneuver roll. No, he is -2 on his maneuver roll, and he rolls a 10, which gives him an 8, which gives him +2 position. So he's back to neutral. Oops. Fingers. There we go. Okay, so attacking, +2 position. So he's got no extra attacks. Russell is a 0, and the 0 is a 0. So a Russell needs a 10 to hit. Isn't that wonderful? And he rolls a 2. But at least he's still there. Okay, we go into turn 5. And this one attacks first. So he's rolling on a +1 for his maneuver choice, and he is tailing. So he gets 6 + 1 is 7, which is an in my sights. And then his success is a -1, and he gets a 6, which is a 5, which is +1 attack. And then +1 attack gives him a 0 to hit. So that gives him a +3 on the attack roll due to tailing, and we will agile it at a +3, and he rolls a 3 and a 5. So 3 and 3 is 6, which would be a damaged. So we will gung-ho that one. So that's all gone. Okay, now we have 0 against Russell. Okay, neutral for a 0, and he goes 6, which is a yo-yo. And then he goes 6 for his success. So it's a 2, which is -1 position. Russell has a chance. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, Wiggins first. Okay, so Wiggins' maneuver is a die 10 plus his air-to-air is 2, minus the card is 0, -1 for the 0 is -1. And he is going for a half loop at -1. And he rolls a 6, which is a 5, which is -1 position, so nothing happens. And then Russell is going for an in my sights, and this will be for a -2. And he rolls a 4, which is 2, which is -1 position, so he is now back to neutral, which means his roll to hit is a 10 again. And he rolls an 8. Ooh, yuck, 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 yuck. Okay, and that's that. Because then we go to turn 5. So we did not destroy the target. There was one less stress, but they both get 1 stress. So Russell goes to 5 stress. Not bad for a Vindicator. He survived that. And Wiggins, who has 1 cool, gets no stress at all for that one. Okay. And then the end of the mission is pay 2 SOs or roll on the attack, 2 chosen aircraft. Okay, we'll roll. So red is for Wiggins. Red for Russell, white for Wiggins. There you go. Let's see what they get. Red for Russell, white for Wiggins. Red for Russell. He gets a 5, and 1 to 7 is 1 stress. So Russell goes up to 6 stress. And a 7 for Wiggins is 1 stress. He was just lucky because 8 was damaged. Not that it really mattered. Okay, so that's that. So in the grand scheme of things, that mission was a bit of a flop. But that's fine. So we get nothing out of that. And that card would go to the bottom of the pack, like that. And we'd look over here. And these hairy planes would go back there. Okay, Russell can go back in there. Wiggins can go back in there. So they got 1 XP each. Yay, and nothing else. And we earned no VP. So we're at 16 VP still. And we have 4 SO points left. Right, so we've done that. Record the mission. Add the card stress. Pilot stress recovery. There was only on the ones who didn't fly, which we don't care because we've got no more to do. And anybody can go up, up, up. So Wiggins has 3, which is nowhere near enough to go up. And Russell needed another 1 to go up. Okay. So, last mission on the last day. So we have a medium dogfight. And in this we have 4 zeros. So let me find 4 zeros. Here is 1 average. And I'm just seeing what comes to the top. That's the easiest way I can do it. There's 1. And he's a legendary. And no, it's a no bandit. And no. And no. And no. Is that 1? No, there's a KI. And there's 1. And that's an average. And 1 more. No, that's a KI. And that's a KI. And that's a no bandit. And that's all no bandits. Jeez, come on. You can do it. There we go. That's 1, isn't it? Yep. And that's another average. Okay. So 3 average, 1 legendary. Okay. So we have Wilmarth with fighter pilot and 2 gung ho. We have Casabelli, with situational awareness and 1 gung ho. And we have Griffin with focused and 1 gung ho. Against 4 of them. So this is going to be so easy. Easy peasy. Okay. Signed pilots, armed aircraft. That card goes away. We have add 1 stress to each to 3 pilots of your choice that are flying this mission. Okay. 1 stress to 3 pilots. So we have Wilmarth, who becomes stress 1. We have Casabelli, who becomes stress 1. And we have Griffith, who becomes stress 1. The poo heads. Okay, I've done that. Place aircraft. Okay, we're placing them here. Determine and place bandits. There are none. This is -1 turn, so I'll put it on turn 2 straight up. Intel, no. Draw over target event card. -2 from all site attack die rolls. Yeah, great. Doesn't help. But it was nice, thank you. Draw over target event with then place turned in the 1 box. Done. Okay. So, basically nothing happens, blah, blah, blah. Move counter. Nothing happens, blah, blah, blah. Move counter. So we have 2 turns to destroy these 4 aircraft. Okay. Legendary. Okay, so we've got an average against Griffin, straight up. Now, do we put the legendary against somebody to start with while we've got everything. Casabelli is a +0. That's the trouble. So this guy's a +3. Wilmarth's a +1. Griffin's a -2. But he's got his focus. So for one turn, he can actually become a -1. So no, I don't think we want to come up against the legendary to start with, do we? Because I don't think we can shoot him down. Well, we can. We've got a gung-ho, haven't we? So all we've got to do is be able to hit him. There we go, like that. So, dive bombers, no. Fast pilots attack, that'll be Casabelli. Right. I'll put the dice here. Casabelli is attacking. He is going for in my sights. Okay, so he is a +0 and his guy is a +3, so it's a -3 roll. This could hurt. This could really, really hurt. 3 - 3 is 0. Yay! He loses 1 position. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Okay, so that can go away now because it doesn't matter. Right, now it's their turn. So we'll start here, left to right. So we have a +1 against Griffin. So this is a +1 for his maneuver roll. And he rolls a, sorry, let's bring that down a little. He rolls a 5. +1 is 6. In a neutral position is a yo-yo. And then he rolls +1, +3 for this. And it is a 2 + 3 is 5, which is -1 attack, which is good. So he then rolls, was +3, so now he is at +2. +1. Yep, +1. So he's +2. So he's rolling for +2. And he hits on a 5, 7, 8. Okay, Griffin is going to take 2 stress, take him up to 3, so he can evade. This is a +2. And we get a 2, so that's 4, so that's a nothing. Thank God for that. Right, next guy is this guy against Wilmarth, so it's a +1 against a +1. So this guy is +1 for his maneuver. In the neutral position, gives him out of the sun for 10. Okay, and then he is rolling a 0 for that. That's a 7, which gives him +2 attacks. And +2 attacks. Wilmarth, he's got 1 stress at the, 1 stress at the moment. He's going to take 2 stress. Take him to 3, so he can evade. And he, 6 and a 7. Ouch! So 6 is our lowest, so that's 1 stress. So he goes up to 4. Right. And then lucky last, we have this guy after Casabelli. So he's a +3 for his maneuver roll. Advantaged. Okay, yeah, so advantaged. That's out of the sun. And then he is +3 for his success roll, which is an 8, which is +2 attack. And then he is +2 and +1 is +3 for his attack. So again, we will take 2 stress and we will evade. +3. And we get a 6 and an 8. 6 plus 3. Now, so that's his gung-ho gone. Right. Our turn. Start over here. Griffin is a -2 air to air. So he's -1 because he's focused. So he's -2 for his maneuver roll. -2, he is going for in my sights. He gets an 8 -2 is 6, which gives him +1 attack, which means that he has a -1. -1, and he needs a 10 to hit. Okay, -1, 10 to hit. Oh, and he nearly did it. So he'll gung-ho it. And he shot down that 0. We got 1. Yay! That goes over there. Well done, Griffin. Okie doke. So then we have Wilmarth attacking here. So he's a +1, he is a +1. So the maneuver is an in my sights for a 0, and it's a 6, which gives him a +1 attack. So his attack is a +1,